Už je to 20 let od chvíle, kdy František Straka v utkání Ligy mistrů s Lyonem trochu překvapivě poslal do hry tehdy 21letého útočníka Davida Střihavku. V neděli se na pardubickém stadionu oba pánové poprvé potkají jako ligoví trenéři. Straka pokračuje v nelehké českobudějovické misi. Po 15 odehraných kolech Dynamo stále čeká na vítězství. David Střihavka se zase snaží odlepit Východočechy od barážových příček a mezi hráče, kteří by mu měli nejvíc pomoct, patří lídr defenzivy Louis Lurvink.
Jakub, the chef scout, he called me. He asked me how I feel about it. They did some data analysis. I think in football these days the scouting works a lot with this. They don't really watch games anymore. Of course they do, but first they just analyze data and which profile fits in the best for the team. He explained like the vision of the club. I came here, I visited the club, I liked it, my girlfriend liked it, and then I decided to sign.
Švýcar a Česká liga. Celku neobvyklé spojení. Před Lurvinkem se tu myhli jen 3. Diego Latman nastoupil do 3 utkání za Liberec. Girože Ešman odehrál v nejvyšší soutěži jen 11 minut, a to zrovna v derby pražských S. Mimochodem, tento moment byl zvěčněn ve znělce Karlovarského filmového festivalu. A nejhlubší stopu tu zanechal někdejší útočník Sparty.
I think Lustrinelli. Yeah, Lustrinelli. I know him. He was my coach in national team.
Fotbalový život Louise Lurvinka je úzce spjatý s Basilejí, kde vzhlížel i k české opoře týmu.
Yeah, Marek Suchému. He was captain of FC Basel. He was a big player. When I was at Basel, I started at 11 years old, so I've played there for a long time in the youth academy. I've played in the first team, but only one official game for FC Basel. And I live near Basel, so it's like my childhood club. Also, before I started playing there, I went to the games. It was a good time. I had a good football education, really professional. In the time I played there, they were playing Champions League every year. They won the league every year, basically. So yeah, I tried to follow up, try to support them still. Even though we didn't end things in the best terms back then, I expected more things, like more playing time. They didn't want to give it to me, but I was still young, so maybe I just expected too much and I got disappointed, so that's why.
O Švýcarsku je známo, že patří k zemím s povinnou vojenskou službou. Jak se tato skutečnost projevuje v životě profesionálního fotbalisty?
Everybody is always talking about this army stuff, but maybe you get it a little bit wrong. It was not like I wasn't shooting, I didn't have a gun. I had to go there because it's mandatory. You need to go to military. If you don't go, you have to pay, and it's really difficult to not go. So I was a bit lucky to get in this program for professional athletes. They can go there in military. They get some program where they can do like the military. It's not real military, to be honest. It's just some exercises, some walking, but most of the time we just trained. So I was able to have my practice still and play on the weekend. You know, for the football players, it's not the best to go in there. Most of the football players, they just decide to pay. I was always away from Sunday evening until Wednesday or Thursday, and then I came back for one training and then I played a game. It was okay for me because I always played in my last club and the coach was okay with it. Most of the athletes there are athletes who do solo sports, for example tennis or skiing or I don't know. So maybe athletes that you could know, I don't know, you know Marku Suchému?
No.
He's like the most successful ski racer. I don't want to say of all time, but I think of all time right now because he's winning every single race he's winning in the last couple of years. So.
Posunout Pardubice alespoň o pár příček výš, to je jasný cíl a každý fotbalista má i své sny a třeba taky dlouhodobou vizi.
I don't know if I can say dream, yeah, but I would love to play in one of the top 5 leagues in Europe. Doesn't really matter where. Of course, like the biggest dream would be Premier League. But like goal for the next couple of years is to play in a team like Slavia or Sparta or Pilsen. Yeah, this would be like the next step for me.